Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. Today's topic is an update on using a limited company as an associate. Rules are changing with the different tax rates involved, so just to update you on where things are compared to where they were previously. Um, just to give a quick overview, so associates have been able to trade as a limited company since July 2006. There are tax benefits available, and it can provide a overall favourable tax rate compared to being self-employed. Big consideration to think about is the NHS pension scheme, which does not currently allow dental associates who operate as a limited company to make contributions whilst a limited company. However, you are able to go in and out of that legal structure of being self-employed and a limited company, so that's not an absolute. So how does it work? Well, to set up a limited company, first you need to choose a name and see if this name is available at Companies House. If it is, and you'd like your company to include the word dental, we do need to get special permission from the GDC at that point, from their names department. Once we've got the letter, we can then send that to Companies House. Then you need to think about your share structure. Who is best placed to be a shareholder? It is possible to involve the spouse as a shareholder if they've got their dividend allowance and basic rate band available. Reason for that is to reduce the overall family tax burden, if appropriate. And why do we do this? So it's to get a blend of different tax rates, income tax, national insurance and corporation tax. The idea being that overall your tax rate comes down. When are you better off being a limited company? There are kind of places where it's much more better to be a limited company, and there is a point where it becomes less, not good to be a limited company from a tax point of view. Once you get past the 131 mark here, you get the corporation tax plus the higher rate, the additional rate dividend tax of 38.1. Once you're in that bracket there, I would say don't be a limited company, or if you are, it's time to go back to being self-employed. If you're within this area here, there are certainly benefits. A couple of notes there that assumes all the income is withdrawn as a dividend. It is possible to extend the positive range and in fact increase those benefits with the spouse as a shareholder, as mentioned before. Just a quick worked example there. So this is just with a sole trader who decides to set up a limited company with the profits starting at 60,000, going up to 80 and then 100. You can see the rates do improve. So you start at 27% going down to 24 and 22 in 2017 and 2020. Why is it better in 2020? In 2020, corporation tax is coming down to 17%. So there's an additional 2% benefit in terms of tax saving. But looking at these three illustrations here, it's clear there are tax savings involved as a company. If we look at the next slide, same sort of analysis. However, in this scenario, with the spouse is involved as a shareholder, and that's just assuming that he or she uses their tax-free dividend allowance, ignoring the basic rate band. So these are kind of minimum tax savings, and possibly they can be much higher. So you see the rates going from 27% down to 21, and 31 down to 27. 33 down to 30 by 2020, and there are thousands of pounds to be had. So well worth doing, depending on your situation, of course. Is it right for you? I would say let's do a consultation, look at your situation. The figures we talked about there are for NHS and mixed practices. If you're in the private sector, then the superannuation is less of an issue for you. But if you'd like to learn more, as always, please do get in touch, and we'll be happy to do a free consultation and give you some advice thereon. Thank you very much for listening. Thanks. Bye-bye.